Hello and welcome to Aviation This Week on Channels Television. I'm Victoria Idowu. The Consumer Protection Council says that there is a need for additional scrutiny and precaution to be enforced in the aviation industry in order to ensure safe operations and passenger satisfaction. On this week's edition of the program, we would like to take a look at the plight of airline passengers and what should be done to improve air transport service. Our background report is up next.
Airlines are part of an interdependent aviation system which has to work around the clock to get passengers to their destinations safely and on time. According to the International Air Transport Association, it is vital that governments, regulators and the flying public understand the balance between protecting consumer rights and protecting sustainable air services. But it appears the communication gap between airline passengers and the regulators persists. For some time now, airline incidents, flight delays and cancellation have been consistent in the aviation sector, and passengers are not too happy about this.
We have a long way to go, really, because I've just come in from an international flight and I want to take a local flight to Kaduna, and I am standing here with the heat, all the ACs are not functional, and it's not good. I'm tired after a long journey. I should be able to find a place to sit and wait for my next flight, which is the usual thing you find in every other country. But after so many years, I expect that we should have gone beyond the stage.
The major issues I find are around holiday periods. Like now we have Easter coming up now. All the airlines should be aware, all the airports should be aware that from Wednesday this week, it will be very, very busy in the airports. So the way people queue, the instructions of the orderlies who are here to make sure that people don't shunt lines, that ticket touts are not around. And also the flight operators should know that it's going to be peak periods, so all their planes should be in tip-top shape. All their itineraries, their schedules should also be organized so that when people come, I'm sure you heard about what was going on here during the Christmas when we had the Harmattan period, and people were not able to fly and people were very upset. Flights were being cancelled. I took a flight during that period which was supposed to go to Enugu, but we were taken to Owerri instead, and when we got to Owerri we were just told, okay, here you go. This is where we can take you to. Find your way from here.
Within Nigeria, our frustration is usually delays. The ambient temperature is so hot for us, especially if we are coming from outside, and we hardly find somewhere you can find a cool place to stay while you're waiting for your flight. With regards to the international airport, Murtala Mohammed International Airport, I think I will receive a cordial a reception, the attendants, we are orderly. So I've seen a lot of changes from the past. Say comparing to 10 years ago is a big difference.
I've had a good experience and sometimes some bad experience, but not too bad. Due to the cancellation of the flights, normally maybe at times it's supposed to be 3, they will shift to 5. And you have other things you need to do, but you don't have any choice. You have to wait so that you board with them.
For this reason, the Consumer Protection Council is stretching its arm into the sector in order to ensure that every consumer's right is protected. The need for CPC to protect consumers in the aviation sector has heightened given the proliferation of the service from airlines, and this has no doubt caught the attention of the Protection Council.
The role that the Consumer Protection Council has taken is with respect to existing regulations with respect to how passengers are treated in the event of an incident or not. And what we've always insisted on is that the existing legislation and subsidiary legislation is respected and complied with. Each of the times when anything has occurred, what we have done from the Consumer Protection Council is to encourage the carriers and also to insist that they comply with the law and provide adequate support to the passengers. At this time, we do not have a record of significant reports that did not happen during each of these incidents.
Most delays are beyond the control of airlines. They happen because of a variety of reasons, like weather, overtaxed infrastructure, and crowded airspace. But partnership and planning among airports, airlines and government has been advised as the only way to take care of passengers and possibly achieve consumer satisfaction.